Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to your very own Track Before You Buy channel with your host Karamullah Kadwani. Today is going to be all about Gris Dior from the House of Christian Dior in their Privee line. But before we do that, if this is the first time you're tuning into my channel or still haven't subscribed but enjoy fragrance reviews, price points and alternatives where possible in my humble opinion, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss another video. Gris Dior by Dior is a floral fragrance for women and men. Gris Dior was launched in 2017 and the nose behind the fragrance is Francois de Machi. This fragrance is dedicated to the famous Gris Dior color and to the brand's 70th anniversary. Gris Dior, previously known as Gris Montaigne, a boutique in Paris I believe, has the same olfactory composition. Frag-rant shows a straightforward simple composition of rose, oak moss, patchouli, bergamot, amber, cedar and sandalwood, and I already like this one from the get-go after reading the notes, as I love my rose patchouli scents. And not only is this a beautiful rose patchouli scent, it happens to be a chypre. Another favorite category of mine. Doesn't seem like it has a fragrance pyramid though. This one probably didn't get the hype that some of the other releases in the Privee line did, but it's one of my favorites, and spoiler alert, I love the Esprit de Parfum that's come out. Itching to get my hands on that one. Would layer perfectly with my other rose patchouli or rose compositions that lack some oomph and will definitely certainly add depth to them. Although not listed, I think it's safe to say it is a floral fragrance. It has an uncanny quality up top that will remind you of other top fragrances in the genre. The thing that came to my mind the first time I smelled it though was the quality, i.e. the quality of the materials for sure, because your perfume is only as good as the materials you use. It reminded me of Chanel, as they're known for doing the best florals in the industry, and they're just so classy. More like Guerlain for the way they do their vanilla. What makes this great is that this one has class all the way and goes up against the best in the game. Authenticity, versatility. Is it any good in the rain? I.e. spring, fall, overcast. I guess a true test of a floral fragrance is to see how it performs in the rainy season. They play well together, and above all, they can class things up. Very clean, a classy Privee release. It comes off rich and uber luxurious. Off the top, this fragrance starts off with a mild bergamot note with some heavy florals, which may give you a sparkling quality like that of the aldehydes. Bergamot also contributes to the sparkliness and acts more like a champagne. Chanel also known for the aldehydes, and though this was a note that wasn't first love for me, I've come around it and happen to love it of late. The central note is rose, which is the theme around which the fragrance, the composition is built. Though not listed, I get a hint of jasmine, which is simple and straightforward. Nothing complex. Doesn't come off like a thick wearing experience. You immediately get the wet petals of the rose and can feel the texture. You can almost feel the texture of the petals. The gemminess is very thin but seems real, more real-like than the artificial jammy-like kind of rose. It comes off clean, very thin wearing experience, but longevity is great. It does show the powdery side, makeup-like aspect, as well as a faint jammy-like quality of the rose. Unlike Oud Ispahan, Oud Ispahan was intense jammy rose. It also hints at green qualities which you may get from the rose, I suppose geranium, maybe, although it's not listed. It's just a guess. It may remind you of a strawberry. Not candied like though, not playful at all. It's upscale. Doesn't go extremely sweet. That's the thing I appreciate in fragrances. I don't like them extremely sweet. Watered down, but Asprey, the perfume can really layer well together with this one. It's like a certain kind of redness. It has this texture. It'll remind you of the colors. It kind of like a certain kind of redness on a gray, a light gray if you may. It kind of takes you to these colors right away, which is also kind of what the color of the juice is like in itself. Screams it's an excellent release. Rose with jasmine intertwined with the bergamot like a match made in heaven. Some green notes peeking through. The patchouli and the oak moss gives you the feeling of a stem, but very slight, ever slightly so. It's been such a long time. I've actually enjoyed a floral release. The opening is as classy as can be. Well orchestrated rose. The build of this fragrance is just out of this world like. The opening is just so classy. Some of the ones I've been reviewing recently are just either too fruity, some of them have just too much going on. This one's just a perfect 10 out of 10. Don't get it wrong though, if you're a man, don't shy away from this one, as I'd call this one perfect for both genders. So all you ultra masculines can stay in the men's aisle for as long as you want, but the other guys like me, do give this a try. It's just a work of art. In the mid, there's not much development and not like it needs it though, either ways. Sometimes simple is the best way to work around complexity, if I may. And for this one, the simplicity really does it. It warms up, though just a tad bit. And the longer you wear this, the longer it kind of intensifies, it progresses and warms up even further. The oak moss and patchouli also so well balanced. They don't go all the way patchouli and oak moss, if you will. There is no extreme earthiness or dankiness from both. They're not bold in your face, rather very airy and transparent like warmth, if you will, which is so gradual. It just kind of builds up. The longer you wear this fragrance, the longer it will warm up to you. Don't know how they achieved it, but it's something that I really appreciate on this one. Rose is the central focus. It's one of the best from Demashi. Straight up the best from Demashi. The florals are always central and patchouli and oak moss at the back end. It's airy and woody components. Don't get much of the cedar with the sawdust-like components. Sometimes cedar can give you those facets. The sandalwood really rounds out this composition and adds a layer of creaminess. The warmth is gradual and keeps building up. With the oak moss and patchouli, but the patchouli and oak moss are like more in the background, kind of out of focus, if you will. Blended to perfection, and rose never goes out of focus though. I've kept the best for the last, if you couldn't already tell. It's usually notes attached one to what you like or dislike. Like I said, it's just the notes that I fall in love with. I hadn't even smelled this one. I love all these notes and could lean feminine, but this is one that both my wife and I enjoy. Perfect night out scent, dressed up, dressed down, doesn't matter. Spring, rain, fall, winter, overcast, just perfect. Both day and night, as it doesn't weigh heavy, it's not cloying at all. Rather light and airy. In the night, you could probably layer this one with the Esprit de Parfum that I mentioned earlier, or wear that one on its own. Though Esprit de Parfum is more dressed up, formals, this one, the versatility is high, and I'm flabbergasted with the way it wears. It's just not a beast mode, but it's not a snoozer either. Could do with a little more heft, but it's just perfect the way it is. What a solid release, and it's just such a great scent. Makes me want to wear this one today already. This one's like Dior taking a swing at Chanel, where the competitiveness really benefits the true fragrance connoisseur. Full bottle worthy, definitely. You got to like your florals though, all the men out there. Keep your smelling game on, and good luck with your journey. Love you all. Thank you for staying till the end. We did discuss pricing for these in the Oud Isfahan video, and the different sizes available for purchases. So if you haven't already watched that video, please do watch that video after this one ends. Again, just my 2 cents. Do let me know your thoughts. Also let me know if you already have this gem of a composition in your collection, or if you're at least interested in giving it a try after watching this review. Do give me a thumbs up. If you take anything of value from this review, do share your experiences, and don't forget to comment. Feel free to ask me any question, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my capabilities. Until the next time, your host Karmullah Kadwani signing out.